Kristin. Hope you're doing well. Just wanted to check in with you and do a little share. I've been working on trying to get through some of my scraps, and I wanted to share with you what I was doing with that. I had seen some crafters such as Tracy with Not Afraid of Color, as well as Biddy Penny, making masterboards or frankenpaper, however you want to call it. I basically took a sheet of printer paper and cut down some of my scraps by color to piece them together, and then I will take this and cut them down to use as pattern paper. Maybe I'll use it for a future Kendra's card challenge, a sheet load of cards, or anything that I feel like could benefit from some solid stuff. I might even emboss this to give it more of a cohesive type look. We'll just see what comes along. But in the meantime, I wanted to try and make them in each of the colors that I have. Currently, I have green, yellow. I guess with the tigers, you'd probably want it facing this way a little bit more. Orange, Team Orange, baby. There we go. That was a lot of fun to make on that one. I also have red. I like all the little shiny bits that came through, which that was an old gift bag that had seen better days. But I have used it in my card making as well and had some scraps. So I went ahead and included it in this particular piece. And of course, my favorite shade of pink. So it'll be really a lot of fun just to see what will happen. But for now, I enjoy making all these papers. I also wanted to share with you, we went yesterday, family and I, to a Crafty resale store here in town called Who Gives a Scrap. And it's donation based, and then they resell them to use the proceeds. I'm not sure what they use the proceeds for, but I'll find out and link that down below for you. But here are some of the goodies that I was able to get. Fun little baggie, because you never know when you need these. A cute little pair of scissors, and this was only $4. They had a few different colors. B Motto went ahead and got a blue pair for himself. Well, this way I figured he would take my scissors less if he had one of his own. But I like how it had the little protective cover. They seem pretty sharp. Probably good for like hand embroidery or different things like that. But hey, you never know when you need to fussy cut something and get into like the little details. Let's see how maybe they cut pretty good. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So that's kind of cute to have a nice little pink pair. Yay. Got these little cases. I think embellishments will probably end up going in here so I can organize them. I liked how at least clear or frosty that they were look, so I could still see what's inside. I like to use the leftover drills from the diamond dot paintings to use as embellishments on my card. They have a low profile, so I can still put them on cards and feel safe about sending them through the mail. Plus, they just look kind of cool. And they make great centers for flowers as well. Picked up some envelopes. I really like the pattern that was on here. Hope you're able to see that, but it kind of has this line through them. Makes them seem a little more high quality or professional. Not really sure if they are, but I like them. An A2 card size will fit in here. For instance, here's a card I made previously. I think if it doesn't have a lot of layers on it, you could probably get away with it. I think if I were to make a 4x6 card, that would probably even fit in here a little bit better. But hey, for those special cards, for those special people, you got some nice envelopes to be able to use. And supposedly there's 20 in a pack. Picked up 2 of them because they had them available. Picked up a couple embossing folders. Like to thank Sue, whoever she is, for donating these embossing folders that I could then go ahead and buy. think they were from Quick Cuts from back in the day. Yep, pretty good price. Got a snowflake one. I'm not sure how well that's coming out on camera, but that'll be fun to use for some winter and Christmassy type cards. And I like this dot line pattern that I found as well. Thank you again to Sue. And so I thought that that might be nice, maybe even on some of those colorful masterboard type papers, just to give a nice cohesive type look. Oh, here we go with some of the colored diamond dot things that I got. Yeah, pretty good price on a lot of those. I like this dark brown with this kind of AB shine to it, as well as this lighter brown. I thought they really would go well for like coffee or tea themed cards. And I liked that they were a little sparkly, but yet still those nice kind of colors. Like this could be maybe even hot chocolate. This could be like your coffee when you added some cream or milk to it. And then I got this kind of dark navy. I had some cards I had made with Kendra's Card Challenge 17. I hope you caught that video. I'll link that one down below, which I shared some of the cards made. And part of the cards I made had a Stampin' Up's color of Night of Navy in there, and I thought, well, if I had these prior to, that might coordinate at least enough. So I might go back through some of those cards and see some of these little bits that I could add to them. I also thought, because the price was so great on these, that they'd be really good to add for shaker cards if I ever do make one of those. Let's see what other goodies. Oh, I got a nice little container of these yellow ones. And I thought with springtime that we're in now, going into summer, that these would be really pretty, especially by putting them in for flower centers or around the cards, maybe Easter, that they would come in handy with that color. I feel like I've got enough papers in my stash that these would coordinate pretty well with. Plus, I really like the container that they were in. I don't know how hard it may be to get them in, but I think to get them out would be super fun. And then some of the bigger purchases here. Let's see. This one was an older Stamps of Life set back when Stephanie was with Sizzix. Yeah, pretty good price there. This is the A1 size. It's a stepper card. What makes this one kind of fun is that these hearts, the basic heart design, stays in when you cut the card base. Let's see if I can pull out that card base here so you can take a look. So when you cut that out, these will stay in there. And then there are dies that if you did want to use them, for instance, you have a shadow layer, plus you have an inlay area. So this way it fits with the hearts that are already there. There's one for here, here, and here as well. So that will be a lot of fun to play with. Plus a cute little flower border or heart border there. Now it did miss, this was supposed to say the word love. This set did not have that in there. I mean, for a resale shop, I guess that's not too bad that it didn't have this in there. No worries. Maybe it will show up in another set someday, or I'm sure I've got the word love in a die cut set that I can use from other sets, so it'll be all right. The other set that I came across that I really liked and went ahead to get, this was from Sizzix directly, but it was from their designer Jen Long. This is an older set because I could not find it still on the Sizzix website, but it almost makes like a fancy gatefold card. And with the shape of a candy cane on front, and I like the hearts that were included with it. So I'll probably have to make a card here for that, but I just thought the candy canes were awfully fun. And in one of the die sets, there's this mystery die that came with it. It did not belong in any of the two die sets, because normally with Stamps of Life, they'll put Stamps of Life on the back, or Sizzix will also put Sizzix on the back, but this one had nothing, so it's a mystery, an extra bonus, if you will. This seems to be the background layer, and this one seems to be the inlay for it, but you could stack those together and get some neat color combos. So that should be fun to play with as well. And it looks like, yes, the last thing I got was this neat, second to last, I should say. Here, maybe this will be better for a background. It was like a little card kit, and I really liked this leaf paper, so I went ahead and picked that up. But there were some homemade or natural textured looking paper in here that I thought was a lot of fun. Little circle element, it looks like, some strips of various paper. Looks like these make a globe. So that's kind of fun. It looks like that got a little bent. We'll have to move that back into shape here, but maybe like one of the globes. That could be fun for a card. I like this paper. Pretty thick, but it has that kind of plastery type look, so that could be fun to use, whether I use it with the globe or some other type of card. That would be great. This is an embossed piece of paper as well. I feel like I have an embossing folder in my stash that's very similar to this, so may have to make a comparison of that. Yellow. Looks like, this is a card base, A2 in size. That's a nice, pretty yellow. I like that a lot, so that will definitely come in handy. Oh, some world type papers. Looks like it's blue with like a gold finish on it. Oh, and you turn it over. That's a nice surprise. Like nice shade of green. Don't know if I like that with the yellow per se. The beige is nice, but flip that over. Yellow and blue, we definitely know go really well together. So whoever paired this together was thinking. Nice gold circle. Oh, this looks like another just piece of white paper. Okay, thought it was a card base, but don't know what kind of paper it is, but seems a good quality weight. Probably would take embossing well. Stamping probably feels kind of smooth, so possibly some markers might do okay. Colored pencil might be a little too smooth for colored pencil, but hey, you never know. Oh, look what we have here. Some beige paper, but done with that texture. That's kind of cool, just like that white piece in the beginning. Nice little thin white piece, and this is the back of the leaf paper, so it has this kind of rusty stripe, which I really like, and then of course the leaves. So this will be a fun little card kit to try and put something together, plus lots of extras to continue with. Well, thank you for stopping by today. I hope you liked everything that I showed. Oh wait, one more thing. Look at this fun book. Stash and Smash. Basically, I'm taking it, it's like art journals or treasure journals, and they give you some tips and tricks in the book of maybe how to get started, things you might want to use. I really enjoyed all the bright colors, so that was a lot of fun. And based on the cover, there's lots of textures going on, from binder clips and safety pins. That looks kind of almost like an eyelash yarn, little baby clothespins. So that's kind of neat. And I thought, well, maybe it'll give me some good ideas about things that I could make or include in maybe a journal or folio of mine, and using things like around the house. They kind of give you some information about making like a little accordion booklet. I thought this one was fun. Magazine fabric for a wrap cover, and so basically you're coating it in some type of gel medium with a shimmery type paint over it. And then on this side, I think the instruction said this was like a muslin, and then with this brocade kind of border. Looks like fabric tack is used to attach the border, and you almost make like a little wrap kind of wallet, and then you could stick in whatever maybe you wanted. Papers or however, but that could be fun to do if you find something colorful you want to use. Wasn't too expensive, so that was nice. And well, we'll take more of a gander at that and see if I can come up with a page or not, or a book, or who knows what happens. But thought the creativity would be there to be inspired by. So again, thanks again for coming by. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.